Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rulebook Rundown. It's been a while since the last video, but today Blunder and I are back with dead, some Dead Cells. There it is, Dead Cells roguelite board game. It's co-op Dead Cells. It's not as similar to the video game as like Slay the Spire is, but it's still pretty cool. So, it's Blunder's first time doing it. I've done a few solo games and a couple of times with some other people. So we're using his copy of the game, which is right at the very beginning of everything. So nothing is unlocked yet. Has been no run. We have not looked at my stuff at all. So yeah, we're going to jump right in here.
Do it.
Yeah, so we start off on the map.
Go to the map. There's only one way we can go, which, by the way, this token thing is super sweet, and I wish I could paint, but I can't.
Yeah.
But it's probably one of the coolest molds, or dandy, whatever you want to call it.
It is super awesome. I wish it was like 20% smaller.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
Like even though it's super cool and it's neat that it's huge, for practical purposes on the board,
like
it's too big.
Standard card, how big it is.
These aren't even standard cards. These are larger than regular cards.
It's big.
Yeah, it's a huge mini, and you'll see when we use it on the map, like it covers the entire space. It's
like, where are we standing out again?
It's too much. Yeah, it's real cool, but I have stopped using it when I'm playing because like you know where you're at because it's the latest flipped up tile.
Right. Okay, so we can.
So we start in that bottom corner there,
yep.
And we have to follow the path. We only have one choice for the first one.
So we're going up to this guy here.
Okay.
It's a treasure. I'm gonna flip it. Get some teeth. I'm assuming that's a cell.
Yes, so we can choose, since it has the line there, we either get a gold tooth and a cell, or we get a treasure. So the treasures are equipments. We each start off with one equipment slot, and they will augment or give us additional types of abilities that we can utilize. So treasures are pretty good. Teeth are used as the in-run currency. So when we want to like heal or do something at the shop, we need teeth for that.
Or do some damage at some point.
Yeah, your character can essentially throw the teeth to do damage, which is cool.
Sounds pretty cool.
But you can also gain teeth as one of your actions if you have the skill icon there.
Sure.
So, so that's for the teeth. The cells are like the premium currency. Those are used at the end of the run when we inevitably die or we defeat a boss. The run is over. So it's not like some of those other games like Slay the Spire of, oh, we beat it, now we're going to go on to the next thing. Like we beat the boss, we continue on with where we're at. Nope. In this one, you beat the boss, that's run over. And even in the instructions, it's like, you beat the boss. Congratulations. Now follow the rules for you died.
That's funny.
So that's pretty good. So it's I'll leave this one up to you. It's either kind of like long-term gains versus immediate survivability.
I think when you say long-term, and when I know we're gonna die, I feel like cells are kind of important. Because that's what we use to purchase on the mutation board, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, those other decks that have the blue symbol on them with like a 2 for all of those. Yeah, those. So we will be spending cells at the end of the run in order to unlock more cards. And some of those could be permanent upgrades. Some of those may be like cards to add to your deck. Like all sorts of cool, neat things.
Versus like a treasure, which if you've played Dead Cells, I believe is more familiar to like the items you were picking up. Kind of manipulate how our abilities react.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I still think teeth and cell.
Okay. Sounds good. So those will immediately go up into our backpack, which is in that upper right corner there.
I do have little teeth and I do have big teeth.
So the big teeth are fivers.
Oh, it actually has a number on it.
Yep. They're
Wait.
the acrylic the acrylic pieces all have a symbol on them, but only on one side. They
Interesting.
didn't put it on both.
Mine has neither.
Really?
Yeah, like here's my big teeth, right? Oh, there it is. Never
Were
mind.
they just opposited
They're
in the bag?
they're perfectly aligned, and then the
Uh-huh.
light glare. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I thought I had a one off. Okay, so those are just 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a tooth, and then 1 cell.
One cell.
Yeah, I need a tackle box for this game.
Yeah.
And that resolves that, correct?
Yep, that's done.
So then the tile just goes away.
It would like
Oh,
sit
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the spot still, but yeah, look
You
how
can't see
large yeah, the thing on there. Ridiculous. Okay, so now we have the option to move either up or down on those paths.
Yep.
So the main differences that we're looking at right now, and sort of what this decision is, we can see that it's a fight
Mhm.
first, and that's the same for both. Okay. If we go the bottom route, we can get another one of those treasure tiles like we just did,
Mhm.
and then it'll lead to the shop. In the top, after the enemy there, that is a deck check. So the question mark on the card means that it is coming from the deck and not from your hand. We'll see that in a future
Mhm.
thing when we do a hand check. But this deck check has a crown next to it, meaning first player. They will flip over the top card in their deck and then discard that card. And there are symbols in the upper left. And if one of those symbols matches one of those things, you get that thing, which is cool.
Yes.
If you don't, you get no rewards and you just pass through.
Correct.
The next space will then be a door. Doors can have good things and can have fights. So it's kind of random whether you get something good or not.
Okay. I think we go up.
All right,
Take our
that
chance.
sounds good. Let's do it.
Flip over our minion tile here. We'll slide one over this way. And we are. Huh. All right. We got
Good.
2 regular enemies
Mm-hmm.
and a potential to loot 2 teeth.
Of 2 teeth.
We like teeth.
Mhm.
At least I do, anyways.
You gotta take
teeth.
them teeth.
They go here. Actually, yeah, tell the story. And
Yeah.
then we will spawn in. I did shuffle them already.
Okay.
2 enemies. First one is an undead archer, and I believe it starts on the far left.
Correct.
Not far left.
It-
sorry.
it-
Oh,
It goes in that first slot just past us.
yes.
If they had a symbol in the upper right-hand corner, that would show which lane they go into.
Okay.
But since it does not, it goes to the first available.
Second one. A zombie.
Zombie.
All right.
Hello, Seth. Welcome.
Seth.
Dead Cells. Let's go. All right. So now it's combat time. So we each draw a hand of 3 cards.
Yep.
And
2, 3.
unlike some of the other games of this nature, even though this is co-op, it's not supposed to be full information. So we're
Yep.
not supposed to know what we have in each other's hands. We also, so when the battle starts, we are able to discuss in like a preparation phase where we can sort of discuss a quick strategy. In the rules, they say you are under attack though, so make it snappy. They just want to move the game along. So we're able to kind of discuss strategy, but we aren't supposed to say exactly what is on our cards.
Sure.
Since we're playing a 2-player game, similar to Marvel United, how there will always be 3 cards and then the enemy, that's how it is with this too. So if you're playing 3-player, each person plays 1 card. If you're playing 2-player, whoever is first player will play 2 of their cards, and the other person will only play one of their cards. Did you go over the rules at all as far as how combat works and such?
Yeah, I think I played player one plays 2 cards. You played one, and then
Just resolving the effects in the rounds.
that I did go through a bit, a refresher, I guess, as far as like turn order.
Okay.
I understand the lanes. I understand that stuff.
Okay.
And, like the icons and whatnot.
Perfect.
Or like you said, resolving my card, then your card, then my card. Like, is that
So there's a lot of the rule book is not written very well. So there is definitely a lot of like, oh, well, how does this work? And it's not shown in the rules well.
okay.
There are even some inconsistencies in the rules versus the like combat example.
Okay.
Like what? Why? So what it seems to be is that you'll play your two. You'll have your 2 cards. I'll have mine. Since first player will resolve both of their cards in either order, and then the other player will resolve their card.
Okay.
Okay. So I
am going to. So basically, here we don't say everything then on a card.
Yeah. So for our preparation thing, we could be like, we should probably try to get those teeth. You know, maybe I can try to get the teeth. Or like I can't really help out too much with attacking, you know, that sort of thing. Or like maybe we want to prioritize defeating the zombie because he will hit us 3 times versus the archer that hits us 2. But then when we go to play our cards, you will announce one of the things on your cards and which round you're doing it in.
Okay. All right.
And you would do that for each of your cards. And then that could potentially sway me. So like if you say, you know, I'm going to loot in round 3, then maybe I will choose something that isn't a loot card.
Sure.
Because we're already looting the stuff.
So it almost, I was going to say if loot looks like a priority, it's almost makes it the priority to say, I will take care of loot, focus on something else.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. In that case, yes, my first card, I can take care of the loot.
Okay. In what round are you doing the loot?
That would be the third.
Okay. So when we play the cards, we can say specifically like this is the thing I'm doing in this round with this card.
Sure. And then my second card, I will be attacking second round. I don't know if I can give location.
Okay.
Like if I could say if I'm attacking whatever enemy.
Well, we can also decide that like when it happens.
Okay. Okay. So then that'll be my second.
Okay. Then I will attack in the third round. Then for my third card.
Okay.
Or for the third card. All right. So now that we've declared our cards, we'll flip them over.
Hey.
And so the turn structure for this, it would start off, everything resolves from left to right and then top to bottom. So on our board there with the monsters on it, we have the space in front of us. We're represented by that image in the middle. There's a space to the left of us. Monsters there will activate first if there are any. Then it is our turn. So most of the time it's going to be us going first, but there will be some instances where an enemy will get like a first strike sort of situation. So we look at the round 1 segment of your cards since you are first player.
So right now, my turn 1, I'm doing nothing with this card.
Okay.
And then second card, I'm using my, I don't know what they call that.
Skill?
My skill, which is right now gaining a tooth.
Okay.
And then that's my round 1.
That tooth goes directly into our bag.
can get it out of the bag.
Cat keeps jumping up on the table, looking at stuff and running away. So then it goes to my card here that I've played. And I have nothing for round 1 or 2. But I'll be doing 2 unblockable damage in the 3rd round. So I'm not helping this 1st round.
Matrix. Haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now we've done our turn. So now it goes to the enemy. Starting with the archer. He doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then in round 1, the zombie hits somebody for 1. We get to decide who takes the hits.
Yep.
Although they're like the archer's round 3 has the crown next to it. That means, I think that's what that is. Is that what that is?
Nope, that's
Or is that the minus?
the minus heart.
Okay. The minus heart, he hits whomever has the least amount of health. But there are some attacks that are first player specific, and the first player has to take that hit.
Yep.
But since this doesn't have that, we could choose who takes the hit. I think I should take this first hit.
Okay.
Because my character generally does shield the things.
Okay.
All right. So we finished all the enemies for round 1. So now on the right side, it is a reminder of if somebody is poisoned, they take a damage. And then if there are any empty spaces between the monsters and us, the monsters shift over. So they would slide over toward us.
Yeah.
And now it goes to round 2. So that weird little token that's on us. Yeah, that's the thing to keep track of the rounds, so that can slide down to the second one. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, you won't use this for too long, I'm sure.
I was gonna say it seems helpful now.
Yeah, it's not super complex to keep track of which round you're in.
Okay.
There are some things where you're resolving other stuff, and that could get a little more hectic, but yeah, it's really not that big of a deal.
Okay.
So nobody before us, then our turn.
Yes. So my round,
you were first player,
my
so you go
round
first.
2, I'm going to do a damage to either the enemy behind us or the first 2 sections of the enemy side.
Okay.
So I don't. My second card here only hits the front one. I could potentially kill him.
That seems ideal because
Yes.
I'm not doing any attacks this round.
Okay. So my first card, then I will damage the undead archer.
Okay.
And then my second turn, I will damage the undead archer. And he only has
Perfect.
2 health, so he's gone.
So he's defeated immediately. And at the bottom, it has a little grave stone thing that means when they die, you get this thing. So we get a tooth. And that tooth does go directly into our bag.
Gotcha.
Unlike the teeth that are still on the floor waiting to be looted.
Okay. And
So
then that's my turn.
All right. I have nothing in my round 2 slot. The enemy doesn't move forward yet, but he does make an attack.
Okay.
I think I'd probably prefer you to take this one to kind of spread it out a little bit.
Yep.
All right, cool. And then at the end of the round, there's no poison, and then he shifts forward.
Yeah.
Now it's round 3.
Oh, let's move this guy first.
That's right.
Round 3, I do have the loot icon.
Okay.
So that's gonna. Do I loot everything?
So when you loot all of one type of thing.
Gotcha.
So nice. One loot action will loot all the teeth.
All the teeth. Look at that.
Up to 5. Yeah, buddy.
And then my second card, I do nothing for round 3.
Okay. So now I finally do something.
Yeah.
My round 3. Yeah. I do 2 damage, and it has the no shield, so you can't. It's unblockable damage, and I can hit the first 2 dudes, which there's only one guy right in the front. So I will hit. Whoa.
We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll get better at that. I will hit that zombie for 2.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. So then we get, what is that? Another tooth? Woo.
We can turn that into a 5+1 here.
6 teeth.
5 and keep 1. Okay.
All right.
Keep these close just in case.
Yeah. So that's the end of the combat. Our cards go to the discard pile.
Mhm.
And then we draw until we have 3 in our hand again.
Okay. Let's fix this way. Keeping the original, correct?
Yes, you keep the card you did not play.
Okay.
Or the cards you did not play.
Draw 2. Okay.
Okay. So Seth, Blunder is the poisoned, and I am playing the flayed. Yeah.
He bears a giant shield.
Yeah. The flayed says, this whole thing touches a nerve.
What does mine say? I had a feeling that apple looked a little too red. That's how he died. He was poisoned.
We did. All right. Well, we have finished this combat, so we are back up to the map.
The map. See if I ping on the right foot pedal. Nope. We're learning.
There it is.
It's usually my mute mic button. All right. So this is that skill check you were talking about, or card check.
Yes. So now we have a deck check.
Yep.
So since you are first player still, because you have the crown, you will flip over a card or discard a card from the top of your deck.
Okay. And knowing what I know, I don't think there's gonna be a symbol here.
Bummer.
We'll do it over here. But we'll find out. Oh, there is.
Oh, there is.
Utility.
Okay.
Does that get discarded?
It does get discarded, yes.
Okay. All right. So with utility, what do we gain?
We gain
another
tooth.
Dang, dude.
We're swimming in these teeth.
It's finding teeth everywhere.
We got to get your upgrade.
Upgrade my
so you can start throwing teeth.
Okay. Let's move on.
All right. And then we move on.
B1. It's a gate. Ooh, what do we got?
Ooh, nice. So that little vial there, I was playing this wrong initially. I had read it as one person heals all their damage. No, that's just 1 damage. So we can heal 1 damage from somebody. I think that somebody should be you.
Okay.
For that.
Taking that off.
Okay. And then that symbol underneath is that one person can discard a card from their hand and then redraw.
Oh, I wish I knew, but I don't have it. Oh, I suppose I would then shuffle. Since I'm out of cards.
Yeah, if you would draw and your deck is empty, then you shuffle.
Because I'm not too does the person who healed also have to be the one that
shuffles?
No. Okay.
It does not.
I mean, I don't know my deck well enough and what's to come. So if you feel the need to want to do so.
Okay. You know what? I will do one because these cards are effectively the same. So I will drop that one and pick up this one to give me a little more versatility. Okay. So now that is done. So now we have the option to either go to the shop, which we probably want to do since we have 7 teeth, or that obelisk type symbol there is an elite fight. So that guarantees an elite fight. And that's kind of rough.
So what you're saying is we're
this stage in the game.
Yeah. Okay. I want to see the shop. Let's do the shop.
Okay. We'll go down to the shop, dude.
All right. Flip that over.
Ooh.
It says one time you can spend 2 teeth or a blueprint. I believe is that simple.
Yeah. So, super cool thing about this game that I like a lot is that each biome has its own set of blueprints, similar to the video game where, like, in different places, blueprints could drop. And then if you cleared that area, then that blueprint would unlock for all future runs.
Nice. Just like the game.
Just like the game. So that's how this works here. The 1 times means that we can do it once, and it would cost 2 teeth, and then we get the bottom blueprint from the blueprint deck.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
With so many teeth.
I think that's a no-brainer. So
yeah,
we'll take 2 off our bag. in exchange for, this is not shuffled, this is pre-built.
Yep.
And then we take the bottom one.
Bottom card.
Off that. And then do we gain it right away, or how do we?
We do not. So we have the blueprint for this. We can look and see what it is.
Yep, it is the broadsword. I mean,
broadsword. Yeah.
Yep. You're always going to get the broadsword.
Broadsword's always going to be the first thing.
Yep.
So this will go onto the collector space on the mutation board. I don't know if you have a camera for the mutation board at all.
I don't. Oh, it's right here. Right. But I can whip it out quick.
So you could just have it off to the side, because the mutation board is not usually used during the game.
This is like your when you end your run and you see your progression in Dead Cells.
Yeah. So the collector's on the bottom right of that interbiome thing. Mm-hmm. So he collects the blueprints. If we can make it to him, then we immediately gain the blueprints that he has.
Gotcha. So that blueprint would go in that little slot.
Yeah, so it would sit on him, which you can, since that's really bulky and we have limited table space, you could just set it aside. Sure. It doesn't have to be on that thing. But we know that it's on
the collector.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we just got to get there.
Next, we move on. I hit the right button. Let's go.
All right.
So we are here. We can do a battle.
Yep.
And we're going up against. Ooh, first player changes.
Yep. So that crown movement, that is how first player changes. So I will now take the first player token. Mm-hmm. And then we've got 3 normal enemies.
Ooh. 1. 3 health zombie. An undead archer. And a shield bearer. All archetype. Okay.
And then we have a tactics scroll as our loot.
Pretty sure that's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
All right. Let me grab that. Throw that there.
So the one that you grabbed, I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter. The one that you grabbed is the tracker. There are separate ones that are, just the scroll. It's the same thing, but, whatever. If you're playing 4-player, you won't have the arrow ones to use.
That's true. All right. We got the scroll out.
Okay. So that would be an ideal thing to loot.
So when we loot that, that's not a bag thing, right? That's something that gets applied to my board right away.
It doesn't. So when we loot it, we put it in the bag. When the combat is over, we resolve things that are in the bag. Gotcha. So then somebody could get that tactics advancement. Mm-hmm. Similarly, if there is equipment that is lootable, when we loot it, it goes to the bag, and then after the combat, we can then divvy it.
Okay. All right. Get into combat.
Okay, so
first player this time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go a little more for survivability this time around. But I can also I can make sure that we get that tactic scroll too.
Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about that. There's a lot of enemies here, so I feel like turn 3 is. That's going to be tough.
It's going to be kind of rough, yeah.
So I'm going to try this card out.
So I'm going to attack in the second round and loot in the first round.
Okay. I will. Okay, I'm not going to worry about looting then if you're doing it. I'll be attacking in the third.
Okay.
With this one.
All right. Okay. We will probably get there of the undefeated enemies at the end of round 3 in this combat, Seth. So We'll get back to you in just a moment. All right. So flipping the cards, I'm just going to put these up here so it's a little better room. So my first action, I will loot that scroll.
That goes
So
in our
we
bag.
get that scroll into our bag, and then I'm going to shield myself.
Okay.
So I gain a shield. I can use this to negate a damage or
Sure.
block a damage. That's it for my round one.
Okay, my round one. Nothing.
Nothing. All right. Now we go down the line of nothing.
Nothing there. Hey, look. Nothing there. Shield bearer. He's gonna gain a shield like you.
Yep.
He's gonna block a damage.
Show is.
Okay. Shield on him, and then that's it.
Okay. Now we're down to round two.
Whoop.
And I have my skill, which the only skill I have unlocked here is gaining a shield.
Oh,
So I will do that.
Tank.
And then, yeah, then I will hit either the person in the first or second position.
Okay.
So that first zombie has 3 health.
Yes. And right now, I mean, looking at my card, I'm gonna be poisoning second round. So if you hit, I would think if you hit him at the end of the round, he's gonna be at 2.
Yeah. So I will hit that first zombie, just so we don't get an additional hit at the end.
Yep.
And that way, if you poison that one, then he will like bleed out.
Well, he's at 1.
Well, yeah. So if you poison him at the end of round 2, he'll take another damage and be at 2. And then if you just attack him in round 3, then he won't get to activate because he would be dead.
Okay. All right.
So we're not getting the full efficiency out of the poison. Whereas like since poison ignores block, if you were to poison the shield bearer, there would be 2 rounds and then he would be defeated right before the end of the combat. But he's only hitting 1 time versus you can avoid 2 damage by doing the first guy.
Okay. So you did your damage. It's my turn. We are going to, just like we planned, poison the zombie.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Now that zombie attacks, we can have him hit me, which I block with a shield.
Yep.
Archer attacks.
1 damage.
Have him attack me. I block with a shield.
Ooh, shields. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy.
Shield bearer. He places a shield on the enemy in front of and behind him. Thankfully, there's no enemy behind him.
That goes here.
Yep.
Yep. That's the end of the. Well, it's not the end of the round. It kind of is.
It's the end of the round, so poison ticks and hits the zombie for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Round 3, I have nothing on my cards.
Oh, all right. I do have a damage. We said we were going to hit the zombie.
I think so.
For 3, he's dead. Poison comes off. Hearts come off.
Yeah, because that 1 damage wouldn't get, wouldn't be enough to defeat anybody else.
Yeah. Yep.
So we may as well get rid of him.
But
So he doesn't have a reward for defeating him, but he has a round 4 action of doing an extra damage. So if he's still alive at the end of combat, since combat's only 3 rounds, there are round 4 abilities that sometimes trigger at the end of the combat. So he would hit us at the end as we're leaving. Not good. So we don't get a reward, but we avoid getting more damage on us.
So in this instance, would I keep the 3 on him and then?
No, he still is dead because it reaches his health value.
Yep. But then we don't discard him, right? Or what do we do?
You do discard them still.
Okay.
Yep. As soon as they die, they get discarded. We would get the rewards, The enemies don't slide forward till the end of the round.
Okay.
Um,
That's the end of my turn.
so now that was you. So now we go to the archer.
He is
and
going to hit the person with the least amount of.
Yeah, that's the minus. Deal 1 damage to the opponent with the fewest remaining hit points.
Mm-hmm.
So that is me, since I have 2 remaining hit points. So I have now 2 damage of 3. If I get hit again, then we lose.
Okay.
Which isn't super great, because I realized that that's probably the crown there, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yes, yeah, so one of those hits from a previous person that I blocked with shields, since I couldn't see that was a crown. I mean, once the cards are flipped, we have perfect information for the battle. I don't know how you feel about like you just taking the 1, because I would have that for the shield of just seeing that in the round. Or we could just die.
Let's be fair.
Okay. All right. So then I have taken...
You'd take 1 more damage.
I take 1 more damage. I am now defeated, but we still continue the combat to the end. So that was the end of round 3. And there's no poison stuff. The enemies don't move on round 3 because it's over. Yep. So then we check if there is a round 4 action on anybody, which there's not for anybody that's left.
Mm-hmm.
So then those enemies just go to the discard, and we don't get any effects for them. So the battles are quick. So because the round still always plays out all the way, if you have a loot action on turn 3 or round 3 and you defeat everybody, you still get to loot what's there.
Sure, makes sense.
Because you're going through the same thing. Unfortunately, similarly, if you get poisoned in round 1, you defeat all the enemies in round 1, you still have to take the poison damage from each round.
Oh, gotcha.
Not great. Okay, so since one of us died, then our run is now over at the conclusion of that combat.
Mm-hmm.
So, run being over, unfortunately, we did not make it to the broadsword, so that will go back to the bottom of the
blueprint
deck. Yep, the blueprint deck.
Yep.
Our teeth and that scroll that we looted do nothing.
They go
those are now gone.
Bye-bye.
So we have 1 whole cell to use. You don't keep the cells from run to run, so you have to use them, or you lose them. And I think at the start of the game, we only have 1 thing that costs 1 cell.
The abandoned well.
The abandoned well.
So we spend that. We grab the bottom card of that deck. This one right here.
Yeah.
And we resolve it. It says, abandoned well. Temptation to throw something into it is too strong. Sploosh. Nothing happens. Well, what were you expecting? Nothing.
All right.
Trash symbol. It's trash.
Yes. Card is straight trash. So in the insert, there's a little slit next to where the first player token goes. That is the purge spot. So whenever there's a card that gets resolved that has that trash symbol, or when you purge a card from the game, you can drop it in that slot. It'll go under the insert, and then that is out of the game forever until you reset it.
I don't know if I want to do that or not.
I've put them in there. It doesn't like destroy the things.
That's what I mean. Like where is my box?
I mean, you can set it aside for now and just know that
It's gone. We'll put it right
as a gallon. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now we sort of made progress a little bit, I guess. But now we reset.
Uh-oh.
So We didn't get any new blueprints to add to our treasure deck. And so it's basically just going to be shuffling the enemies back together.
I don't know if it's your Discord that's lagging.
Uh-oh.
I think you got like a...
Do I need to
if it's me.
Stop my thing and restart it? Here, we'll try.
Yeah, that was weird.
We'll try that and try this again.
Enemies are shuffled. That looks better.
All right.
Now, in this game, you can switch characters, right? If you really wanted to. At the end of the run.
Yep. Yep, you absolutely can do that.
Okay. Cards are ready. Board's cleared. I got to remake the map.
Yep.
Give me a second to do that.
We almost made it. Darn.
In your plays, you've gotten past the biome, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When I had played, we made it to I played it 2-player, the first 2, and in both of those runs, we made it to the second biome, and we lost in the first fight of the second biome. I have since played a few games solo, and I have managed to beat the first boss a couple of times.
Okay. Do you think the additional, what is it, Serenade plays well? Is that the name?
Yeah.
Of the sword?
I'm sure this is a shock, but the rules aren't super great for it. But yeah, it's basically their board is next to yours, and you want to be conscious of the cards that you discard, or the order that the cards are discarded, because at the start of the turn, if you have one of the symbols on your top of your discard pile, Serenade can use that as an extra ability.
Gotcha.
Which is cool. You always play 2 cards, even if Serenade is first player. And since we sort of have this, like, you don't totally know what the other person's going to do situation going on, it's not clear in the rule book as to when you flip over Serenade's card for what they're going to do in combat. So what it seems like you're probably supposed to do is you play your 2 cards and then flip over Serenade's card to see what they do.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Can chat help you in any way? Sure.
By all means.
Feel free. If you notice that it's a crown symbol and I think it's a minus symbol.
Wait.
Yeah. Hang on. Math doesn't work like that.
All right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it was less about, like, you have ideas and you want to help, as opposed to, is there a thing that chat can do to help? In which case, I don't think so. Unless you notice that sort of thing of, no, don't take that hit because you're going to die from here if you do.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get right in there.
Here we go again.
First spot.
Do you want me to start off being first player this time?
Sure.
Okay.
First player can either gain a tactics, or
we get
a treasure.
If I end up getting 2 tactics, then at the start of each fight, I can give somebody a shield.
That's kind of nice.
Well, that's pretty cool. We don't have the teeth start. Let's see. Treasure. You know what? Let's get a treasure.
Okay,
we didn't get any equipment last time, so let's see what the equipment does.
And this equipment can be divvied out, even though it's your pick or your, you know what I mean? Like, yes. First player doesn't always get the lead.
Correct.
All right, this one we can draw from the top. I did reshuffle it just because we started a new run. Huh.
Okay.
You get the old wooden shield. Block 1 damage in round 2.
How about you take that one?
Okay. I'll take that one.
Yeah. So that card's pretty cool because since we can choose who we are assigning damage to, like that round 2 first damage can always go to you,
Always be
and it
me.
always does nothing.
So it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Unless they have the pierce, right? Ignores armor, then that item does not.
Correct, because that is the wording on that is blocking, or it blocks the damage in round 2, and that avoids the block.
Okay, perfect. All right. I picked last time.
All right, let's go try down this time.
Down this time. Here we go.
You can guarantee that treasure.
Oh, first player changes.
All right. It's that big one again that killed us last time.
Yeah, here we are. Okay, so then it's 3 regulars.
Mm-hmm.
Did shuffle it. The Grenadier, followed by the Shield Bearer, followed by the Zombie. And then our loot for the night, or for this match, is a Tactics Scroll.
Tactics. All right. Well, here we go, I guess. Let's...
You gotta remember the targeted symbol does marked. Place a marked token on one opponent. When taking at least 1 damage, they take 1 more.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
I think I'm just gonna... Oh, you're first player, so I do 1 card.
Yeah.
Okay.
We swapped. If you can, man, we don't.
I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot.
Well, we know I can block this damage.
Yep.
So I wonder if we focus someone else.
Although that guy does give us a cell, we defeat him.
That's true. Oh, that's right. It's not this combat doesn't just go on. You gotta literally pick and choose your battle.
Yep.
Okay. I get 2 cards.
So he's probably the priority.
Sure. That
I would
makes
say.
Sense. Yep.
And then maybe after that the scroll.
Okay. I can't ask questions. I can take care of the Grenadier. So I will attack with this card in turn 3.
Okay.
And then I will, they both have 2 health. He's got a round 4 effect. I almost think that would probably be more important than this gold tooth here.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going to prioritize my marked target. If you can... Oh, that's a 2nd slot. I can't reach him. Ooh. Okay.
Well, maybe we can take out the Grenadier faster and then...
Yeah.
Move on from there?
Yeah. I think I still play that. But we only have to... He's going to hit once anyways. So then I will... Grenadier will be fine. And then... Yeah, I can take care of the Grenadier with that card.
Okay.
That's my
So what action are you doing in what round on that card?
On that last one, I will be... Yeah, I will attack round 2.
Okay. For my card, I am also going to attack in round 2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Flip. All right, first one, I do nothing. Get this.
Yep.
And then my round 1 in this card is my utility skill, which allows us to gain a 2. That goes up in our bag.
Yep.
And that's my go.
All right. My card that I played, I have a skill in round 1, and then I attack the person in front. I think it's the same as your card that you played as well. My skill is to gain a shield, so I will gain a shield for my round 1.
Got it. All right, let's go down the enemies. The Grenadier is going to attack. Do you want to use your shield?
I'll take it with the shield.
I'll take it. The shield breaker is going to gain a shield. Shield bearer, sorry. And then round 1 here, zombie is going to attack.
I'll just take that one too.
Okay. That is the end of that. At the end of round effects, no one is poisoned. Nobody needs to move up because the line is full.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These cards
keep those cards there. Nope.
Oh,
keep
sorry,
those cards
sorry,
there.
that's right. It's a new way of combat.
Yep. Cards are played. That's the entire combat.
That's literally it. Okay, we start over. Whoop. Round 2. Guess what? I do nothing.
Okay.
But this round 2, I can do a damage. My plan was to take out the Grenadier solo, so therefore, I will put my damage on him.
Well, you have to put it on him because that card is
literally the only enemy. So
yep. And my card is the same thing, so I have to do 1 damage to the person in the first slot as well.
All right. Okay. Now we go to the enemy.
Does the Grenadier have 3 health or 2?
It'd only have 2. Oh, sorry.
I mean, like
total 3 health.
Total 3 health. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
We'll get to a fun thing for your other card in a bit. Yes, Magic Moose. I am trying to tank, but it's difficult at this stage of the game. Okay.
So then we do the round 2 effects on the enemies. Round 2 effect here is the Grenadier is going to do damage to the first player. In this case, that's me. It's 1 damage, but we did grab the old wooden shield, and guess what? We block 1 damage in round 2. This is round 2. We take none damage.
Yeah. Got him. 1 damage.
And then round 2 shield bearer is going to start tanking. Need to get another shield token. He's going to shield his buddies.
Yep.
Oh, Grenadier's going to get 1, and zombie's going to get 1.
Unfortunate.
I know, right? And then zombie at the end here is going to do 1 damage round 2. Want me to take that one?
The round 3 for the shield bearer, is that a crown for first player?
It is.
Okay. So yeah, you can take this one, then you'll end up taking the one from the shield bearer, and then I'll take the one from the zombie leaving.
Yep.
And then we'll both be at 2 out of 3 health.
Okay. Man,
neat.
We die quick.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. At the end of the round, anybody that's poisoned would take a damage, and then any spots that are open, they would slide down. Still full. All right, round 3. Here's where we get to do some fun stuff, right? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Not yet. Okay, so I do 2 damage. But it's only 1 target, right?
So, funny thing about this,
okay.
Since those hearts are split like that, that is 1 damage to 2 targets. Cannot be the same target.
Oh.
Yeah.
As opposed to what would it be otherwise?
Otherwise, if they're kind of stacked on top of each other a little bit, the second one down, it's 2 damage to 1 opponent.
Well then.
Yeah, they rely really heavily on these player aids because they don't have any of this information in the rulebook.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is super helpful.
So it's not totally bad.
Totally bad.
It's not totally bad. What do you do round 3?
Nothing.
Okay, well, I'm doing absolutely nothing here.
You're taking out 2 shields, and that's it.
Yep. So we'll take out this shield, I guess, and this shield, I guess.
Brutal.
Okay.
Brutal.
And then my second card, I don't do anything.
Yep. And I do nothing in round 3 on my card.
Oh. Okay.
Now their turn.
It's their turn. Grenadier does
We
nothing.
were talking about this earlier, and I said, yeah, we'll probably get through a few runs tonight.
Shield Bearer is going to hit the player 1. That's me. I take a damage.
That's you.
I can't do anything about it. And then round 3 on the zombie, nothing.
Nothing. All right, we've completed combat. So now we see if anybody has any round 4 abilities. His round 4 ability is doing a damage. I will take that damage. I now have 2. I have 2 out of the thing. We didn't kill any of them, so they all go away.
Yeah. Refresh.
And then our cards go to the discard.
All that
and we also didn't loot that scroll.
Nope.
So what did we gain from this fight?
A tooth.
1 tooth and 4 damage.
All right. Well, that's part of Dead Cells, right? You learn.
Yep.
It's a true roguelite.
That's right.
I
mean, we need like 2 cells and then we're good. So let's flip this treasure and see what happens.
Right,
man, who picked this route?
Yeah, who did
what
this?
Oh, geez.
All right, there's your options. You can either gain a tooth and a cell or your treasure.
Huh.
I know I'm player 1, so
as much as that shield helped us, I feel like we're scraping by. We probably should grab a cell while we can.
Okay, we'll grab that. So we grabbed a tooth and a cell, and then we move on.
Yep.
To the shop.
Heal shop? No, it's not the heal shop.
It's a one-time. We could spend 1 tooth to gain a treasure.
I mean, that seems pretty good.
It does. So spend 1. Treasure, right? Yeah. It's a treasure.
Yep.
Okay, let's flip over to the other screen here before he knocks this over. And the beginner's bow on turn 1. You can do. Is that a separate instance? Is that what that means?
So, what that is showing is that
or do this.
It's yes. So you either on a card take your round 1 action, or you deal 1 damage to one of the back 2 spots.
Gotcha. Okay.
So a fun thing when playing like 1 or 2 player is that you're playing 2 cards, so that can replace either or both of the 1 spot per card.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I know through my deck I can't reach the last enemy. I think that's. I remember.
So, if you take the item,
mm-hmm.
I do not get the shield.
Gotcha.
Once you have something equipped to you, it is just to you.
Okay. So, you take the bow.
So, I would probably take the bow.
Yes, you're taking the bow.
Okay.
Okay. We paid a tooth. Yeah, we're good. All right.
Yeah.
Back to the map.
How about 1 enemy that's super easy?
I'm going to bring it over to this side because I think this is this is going to make or break. All right.
2 enemies.
Did you hear that grunt that he just did? Thanks. All right. 2 enemies, 2 teeth in the loot.
I actually don't remember if there's any things that are only 1 enemy.
Gotcha. The Grenadier goes in position 1. Zombie position 2. Not bad. Okay. I mean, I'm blocking a damage here.
Yeah. So as long as I can block a damage on round 1, then we only die on round 3 unless we can kill the Grenadier.
I'm going to deal up to 3. And then I'm still player 1, so I will play 2 cards.
Yep.
What do we got? See, I feel like poison, knowing what I know about poison, I feel like it's kind of weak right now. Because it's like, stuff's going to die before it can even really do anything. But I could be wrong. There's items, there's all that sorts of stuff that are poison.
Right.
Get started turn 1 or something.
So here's partly our problem with this fight here.
Always pointing out the negatives.
This is how we learn, though, right? These are the things to watch out for.
That's
exactly what has happened here. So if we don't kill the Grenadier by round 3, he hits both of us for 1,
And that kills me.
which will kill both of us.
Yeah.
You're thankfully blocking the zombie in round 2, which is good. So we just have to deal with the round 1 hit, which I can do, which is super cool. So then it's like, well, then our priority is the Grenadier because he's going to kill us. So then we'll put all our resources into killing the Grenadier, and then we won't kill the zombie, and then he's going to hit us on the way out. And we only need 1 more damage to lose.
Okay, so we need to kill the Grenadier. I will attack him with card 1.
Okay.
Attacking card 1. And then card 2. I can kind of want to like loot, but
Looting will not matter.
I will attack round 3.
Okay.
With this card.
I will shield round 1.
Okay. All right. Let's see what I got going on here. We're attacking round 1. Grenadier, right? We're agreement on that one.
You have marked on round 2. What's your other card?
My other card will do poison on round 2 and attack on round 3, but first round does nothing.
How much health does a zombie have?
2 and 2 is what we're looking at.
God gamers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I like that. See, the first bit of good news you've had all night.
Yep. Okay, sorry. Anyway,
okay, so
attacking the Grenadier, yes, that is a good plan.
And then nothing turn 1.
Okay. I have shield turn 1 and then attacking once turn 2.
Nice.
So I will gain the shield turn 1.
Yeah. It's time for the enemies to go.
Yep. Oh, I forgot about that. Yep.
Grenadier gains a shield.
Game's impossible.
Why'd I get this? Zombie attacks. And you have to take that.
I have to take it. I block it with the shield.
Yep. Okay. At the end, nobody's poisoned, nobody moves. Round 2.
Yep. Round 2.
Keep your cards out, everybody.
Yep. Keep the cards out.
We need a targeted token. So our targeted token that is going to allow the next enemy that takes a damage to receive 1 more.
This is fine. Don't worry, chat. This is fine.
That's going to go on. I think we want to do zombie.
No.
Okay, never mind. Grenadier.
Mm-hmm.
And then my next round, that's zombie.
Correct.
Because it doesn't matter, right? That's it for me.
Okay. So I do an attack, and I will attack the Grenadier. Since it's not doing damage, the marked does not do an additional damage. But I am removing the shield.
Shield's gone.
Yep.
Okay. That's it for you?
That's it for me.
All right. Enemy's turn.
Okay.
Grenadier does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie hits, but guess what? Old wooden shield blocks the damage.
Yep.
And they do nothing. Poison ticks.
Heck yeah, it does.
They move down, which they don't because the line is full, and then it's back on us.
Yep.
Round 3, nothing. Chilling.
Yep.
Guess what? We're doing a damage.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
And by a damage,
we mean 2. Not that. I need hearts. Or hearts. Breaking hearts here. Yeah, I need to go to Michael's craft store and buy a thing. Okay, so
jewelry container.
We do 1 damage, but because he's targeted, does that stay on?
It sure does.
Nice.
Well, I assume it doesn't say in the rules one way or the other, so okay. I'm pretty sure it stays on him though.
Yeah. Okay. Not that it matters because we've done enough to kill him.
Right. Yes, he is now defeated.
He's defeated.
So we get his reward that
Yeah.
goes into our bag.
Can we look at it?
Yes, we can.
But we just don't get it till like.
We just don't get it till the combat's
Ooh,
over.
knife dance. It is the utility symbol.
It's a skill.
I would assume that means. Let me look. Discard this card after use. So it's a one-time item.
Yep.
It does damage to all. It ignores shields, so it does 1 damage to all enemies. Sorry. I should probably. Effect is applied to all opponents in this combat. So it's going to do 1 damage to everybody in the line, including the people behind us.
Yep.
That goes up here.
Correct.
That's a pretty nice item.
Mhm.
One-time use, but it's a lot of damage. Knowing what we know. Okay, he's dead. And that's it for me.
Yep.
Right.
And I have nothing in my round 3 slot.
I've got to move this down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enemy's turn. Guess
Yep.
what? He does nothing round 3.
Heck yeah.
End of turn. Guess what? More damage from poison. He's dead.
He's dead before it gets to round 4. Thank goodness. What do we get for killing that guy?
We get a tooth.
Nice.
1 tooth.
Victory is ours.
Okay.
That was close.
We didn't loot. We lost some teeth. But that's okay.
Yep.
All right. That's it for that one.
So now that we have the item in the backpack there, we would resolve that, and either of us can take that item.
Okay.
I do not think I want that item.
Why? Because I don't know. Why would me taking the bow delete my wooden shield, but not the knife?
If you take the knife, you delete the wooden shield.
Gotcha.
You can't. In a lot of other things, it's like, ooh, I'll take this equipment. You can have my old equipment.
Mm-hmm.
No, once it's soul bound to you. Once you have
Gotcha.
equipped something.
I need to draw one more. That shield's been doing some work.
True.
I would hate to get rid of it.
All right. So then we can just discard that knife.
You don't want it?
No.
Okay. Discard.
Yep.
All right. To the map.
To the map. Gotta go down.
Gotta go down to the old gate.
Hope it's one of the good ones.
Let's go back here because that was good luck.
Ooh, it's one of the good ones.
Heal or shuffle cards.
Yep. It's a 1-person heals one.
How much health you got?
We are at the same.
Yep.
I have a chance to get shields, and you are first player, so I think it should be you that heals.
That makes sense.
This way, also, when we lose again, it can be my fault again.
Okay.
So there we go.
And then we have the option to shuffle our hands. I just shuffled, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it'd be to discard a card and draw a new one. I don't think I want to do that either.
Yeah, I'm okay with what I got here. So okay.
Yep.
To the map. We're going on to our final. This is the farthest we've made it, right?
Yeah, I think we died at the previous one the last
Achievement
time.
unlocked. Okay. Here we go.
New record.
Yeah. Ooh, we got a chance.
Ooh.
All right, 2 enemies.
Enemies in a cell.
There's a cell in the middle. All right, let's do enemies here. 2 enemies. We got a 1 undead archer, followed by a shield bearer. Split this. Man, these are sticking together. I don't like that. Okay. That goes there. And then first player is still me. Rock and roll.
Okay. Interesting. So if we end up looting the cell and then dying in the fight, we still get the cell. As long as the person... So, like, for instance, if I if I do loot in round 3 and I die before round 3, the loot doesn't go off. But if you die,
Gotcha. Oh, right.
my loot can still go off.
That explains
because
keeping your cards out and finishing the round.
Correct.
Okay. I get 2 cards because I'm player 1.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember right, with shields, if they don't take the damage, marked does not do anything, correct?
Correct.
Okay, shields are strong.
Yeah.
So
as of right now, it looks like you are guaranteed 1 damage from the shield bearer in round 3.
block that. Okay, so we're not going to take
Yeah.
any damage there. He's going to gain a shield. They'll both have 1 shield. He's going to have 2.
Yeah. So then the archer, if he's still alive in round 3, will kill me.
Okay. I'm gonna mark turn 2 on that one, and then attack turn 2 on this one.
All right.
That I don't want to play.
Then I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna loot on round 3.
All right. Okay, let's begin. Player 1. Starting with a damage turn 1.
You can flip both your cards. We all reveal all
Okay.
at the same.
So I'm gonna attack turn 1 and then turn 2. So Archer's dead.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna mark second.
Hey, look, a new follow.
Seth.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, you found me. So I'll hit him first round, hit him second round. He's dead. I'm gonna block his damage, so I won't take any damage from him.
Does he have 2 health or 3?
2. They both have 2.
Both have 2. Okay.
So if I hit him once, next round, I'm gonna target.
Next round, you could mark the other guy and then just hit
Yeah, it's not gonna do
the
anything
archer
anyways.
again.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're looting in round 3?
It's the only other card I had. I can't tell you what my other one is.
All right.
I want to.
All right.
This is the best case scenario. So I'll hit
Okay.
the undead with my round 1, and then round 1, and this card doesn't do anything.
Okay. My situation here, now that I have the beginner's bow, my round 1 action on my card is nothing. So I will choose to do the round 1 action on the beginner's bow, which is dealing 1 damage to the 2nd or 3rd slot enemy.
Okay. Shield bearer takes
So
the damage.
that will hit the bearer for 1.
Okay, he takes the damage. That's it. It's enemy's turn.
Okay.
Archer does nothing, and the shield bearer will gain a shield.
Okay.
The end of the round, poison ticks. There's no poison out there, and then they move up, which they don't because they are as far forward as they're going to be. So that begins round 2. First player goes first, playing both my cards. I am going to mark the shield bearer with my round 2, and then my round 2 on my next card, I'm going to damage. What's your card?
I will be doing an attack. But unfortunately, neither of us have attacks on round 3, so we have to kill the archer
I have to.
this round.
So I'll just hit him.
Okay.
And he's dead. We gain.
And we get it.
Goes in our bag. And then that is my go.
Okay. I have an attack in round 2, so I take out the shield.
It's gone. Okay. It's their turn.
Bummer. So close.
He's going to shield the enemy here. There isn't any, but he is going to shield himself.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the round, he would take poison damage if he had it. This time he does get to move forward because we killed his friend.
Yep.
Round 3. I do nothing with this card. I'm going to loot the cell. That's my go. Good luck.
I also loot.
Take nothing.
I take nothing.
Okay. Enemy's turn. He's gonna hit me. For 1. I'll just take his. He's gonna survive anyways. And that's it. Into combat. There's no round 4 effect. We don't gain his rest in peace token because we didn't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And we're done.
Okay.
That's in the discard. Draw up to 3 again. You drop to 3 at end of combat? Is that what it was?
Yep.
Okay. Just from a skill check standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to the map. Guess what? We made it.
We did it.
Woo.
So we have successfully made it through the prisoner's quarters, and we have made it to the interbiome. The interbiome is like the safe zone in between two things. So that's where we would look at our mutations board, first and foremost.
Yep.
And the things that are unlocked at the moment are just in the bottom right. So really, if you wanted to fold it up to just show those dudes in the bottom, that might be a little bit easier. Boom. So they all are at level 0 right now. So we can one time spend a tooth for somebody to heal a damage. The merchant, however many times there are, we will reveal that many treasures from the top of our treasure deck. And then that treasure will cost that many teeth.
Okay.
So at this stage, we would reveal 1 treasure. It would cost 2 teeth to purchase that.
So we get to see it.
We do get to see it.
So I'll flip 1.
Yep.
But it would cost 2 to keep it.
Correct.
It's a cleaver.
It's a cleaver. So we haven't seen this status effect yet. When this skill happens, you can put bleed on somebody. At the end of round 3, they die.
You just explode.
They're just straight up, doesn't matter their health, doesn't matter their shields, they die at the end of round 3. The downside is we have to survive to round 3, and that's kind of a problem sometimes.
Yes.
The collector will also do the same thing with the bottom blueprint.
Sure.
So he will reveal the bottom blueprint here, and we can purchase it for 4 teeth.
Well, we know what it is. But we still got to follow.
Going through the motions here.
Yep. Okay. Broadsword goes on to the collector.
Yep.
Okay.
And now we can spend our teeth.
Okay. Well, we only have 3, so I think we at least heal.
Yeah, we definitely heal.
I have 2 hit points. Or sorry,
Okay.
I only have 1 hit point left.
Yep. I think it's you again.
Okay, we're gonna spend 1. Remove a heart, so now I have 2 health. Okay, we can only do that once.
Yep.
And then we gotta decide if we want the cleaver.
Yep.
And I think, like you said, if we're not gonna survive to see it be effective. So
Yeah.
we save the teeth.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So the item will get discarded.
Goes in here.
The blueprint will go back on the bottom of the blueprint deck.
Ugh, that kind of makes me want to cycle that a little more. Right?
I mean,
Now that we
yeah.
know. Yeah.
If we could get there, then yes.
Yes.
So now our interbiome thing is done.
Mhm.
Now you have the fun task of setting up the toxic sewers.
All right. I do it. Okay. I know where my box is. It's behind me. Behind my
Okay.
green screen. Don't look. Not that you haven't seen
Oh.
anything back here. All right. I'm player 1. I think we go into it, right? I got my cards. There's nothing
Yeah.
really set up right now, so we'll just move and go to
Yeah.
go to the first door here. What do we got? Player 1 token changes.
Okay.
So you are now player 1, and
I'm now
then
player 1.
we got a symbol here of a tooth, followed by discarding a
We
card.
gain a tooth. And then that symbol is the
Shuffle.
somebody can discard a card and draw a new one, but since it has the those fires, that represents the beheaded.
Mhm.
So that means each player can choose to discard a card and draw
Gotcha.
Another.
Gotcha. And again, I think I'm in a position where I don't know the game quite well, what cards I'm fishing for, so I'll just stick with what I got. Maybe. I don't do a lot of damage.
I am going to do that. It's going to cause me to shuffle, but that way I can maybe get a card that can block turn 1.
Sure. I'm going to keep what I got because I think my good cards have been discarded already.
Okay.
Is it discard one card, or could I potentially discard all 3 and then...
Just 1.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. We're keeping what I got. Okay. That's it for that tile. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even check to see. We could have went right too, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
But those toxic bits, when we go across those, it shows in the bottom left of the board that we do a deck check where the first player will flip the top card of their deck. If it does not have one of the 3 symbols, then we take a damage.
Sure. Okay. I'm good because 2 of mine are in the discard pile. So,
yeah.
All right. First enemies. Let's bring it on over. First player changes. Followed by 2 regulars. So this one's got the symbol, the buzz cutter. Normally you would start here, but up in the top right, it looks like he's got a starting location of way back here.
Yep.
And then this one, kamikaze. We don't like them in the game. I know that.
Yep.
And then we have the potential of looting a cell.
Mm-hmm. So now that we're in this second biome, you'll notice that both of the enemies drop a cell when they die. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it sort of has that escalation of the further you get, the more stuff you get.
Sure. I'm kind of looking at the symbol on the kamikaze so I know my icons. This means invisible. The enemy cannot be targeted for any action this round. Gross.
Yeah. So a really cool thing about how the rules work is in the rule book, it says that the monsters take their action when it is their turn. They don't call out invisible specifically because they don't really reference any of the symbols in the rule book. It's just on these player aids. So what the rules as written would be on his turn, he triggers invisible and then can't be targeted for any action this round. But that doesn't really make any sense. So it seems to be the accepted thing of just that effect is just an ongoing thing on that round.
Okay.
It just, doesn't follow the rules of the rest of the game. Rules aren't super great in this if you haven't noticed. But it's still super fun, and once you can get to what you're supposed to be doing, it's great.
Okay.
There's also a new symbol on the buzz cutter.
There is. Let's see what that does. So it's the damage, but it's times multiply hearts is what it looks like. This says deal as much damage as the beheaded or enemy doing the damage has health points left. So he does 1 damage, but it's times by the amount of health I have left.
So they worded it great.
Yeah,
because
that was
we will read. Yeah, we will also eventually get cards that have that symbol on there.
Okay.
So what it is, however much health they have, that's how much damage they do.
Sure.
So the more health they have, the stronger the hit.
Sure.
So right now he's hitting for what, 3?
Yeah, so he would hit. Okay.
So if we do 2 damage to him, he'll only hit for 1.
Gotcha.
Because it's a swarm.
Yep.
It's just, I read that wording like, what? Okay. The kamikaze will also, in round 3, if he is still alive, will do 3 damage to somebody because he explodes, and then he dies.
And then he just dies.
Yep.
So we gave him cell.
Thankfully, we would still get the cell.
Yeah.
But we would also be dead.
My brain is still wrapping around this buzz cutter. So if he does damage equal to the amount of health he has left?
He has left, yep.
Okay, so like you said, if you hit him for 2, then he's only doing... Well, if you hit him for 1, he's doing 2 damage. If you hit him for 1, he's doing 1 damage. Okay. All right, I'm player 1.
Yep.
2 cards. We have a 2 health Kamikaze and a 3 health Buzz Cutter. I wish I would have shuffled my cards now. So, oh,
I can do. Well, I do have this beginner's bow that can hit the back row, which was pretty cool. And the buzz cutter will move forward after the end of the first round.
so I am going to
Juicy cell to loot though too.
I know. I could. I think that's kind of important, and I can potentially loot round 1. But then I forego a lot of stuff.
Just keep in mind that we wouldn't be able to hit the kamikaze in round 2.
You had to say that. It can't be targeted, right? Yeah, nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. You can't do anything to them. Okay.
Nope.
Well, it was a fun run. All right. Well, in that case, I am going to loot round 1.
Okay.
And then round 2.
I mean, the buzz cutter will be in the second position in round 2 instead of the third,
Yeah.
if that helps.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to poison round 2. That's like the most effectiveness I got here.
That's okay.
Okay.
We will get there because I'm going to attack in round 3.
Magic says I have to get me a board game cam set up to play some virtual matches. Yes. The answer to that is yes.
Faux show.
Okay, we'll flip.
Yep.
Like I said, starting with me, I'm going to loot round 1.
All right.
And then my second round 1, I do nothing.
Okay.
What do you got?
My round 1 on my card is blank, but I have the
Oh.
beginner's bow. So round 1, I hit the buzz cutter for 1 damage.
Yay. Okay, takes damage. Okay. It's their turn.
Mm-hmm.
Kamikaze doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Buzz Cutter doesn't do anything.
Cool.
But at the end of the round effect, Buzz Cutter will move up 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it. We move on to round 2. Back to me, player 1.
So we now kamikaze is now out of our range.
Yes, he is nowhere to be seen. My round 2, I use my utility, which allows us to gain a tooth. See, I'm being fully effective without doing any combat. Going out with that. But then my round 2, I poison. Kamikaze isn't there, so I'm going to poison the Buzz Cutter.
Perfect.
Yeah. What do you got?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I got a blank.
Nothing.
Yep.
All right. It's their turn. Round 2 effect. He doesn't do anything. We assumed he would activate it, right? That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
But it defeats the purpose of it.
Yeah.
It
It would be useless otherwise.
Round 2, nothing here. End of turn. He's poisoned. Takes a damage.
Sure is. Boom.
No moving because everybody's close up. All right, round 3. My turn first because I'm player 1. Nothing here. I do a damage on my round 3.
Can you kill that there buzz cutter?
I can if you'd like.
Yeah, that seems good.
He's dead.
He's dead. Ooh, what do we get?
A cell. Look
Get
at
a
that. We're
cell.
swimming in cells now.
Yeah, baby.
Grizz Tactics says, man, I totally forgot about this board game being made and also so angry that I couldn't KS this game. $250 on eBay. How much? I don't remember how much I paid for it.
Yeah,
I didn't
definitely.
get any. I don't think I got any extras. I did the sleeves. Sorry, I added the sleeves, but that was it.
Yeah, which really, the sleeves is apparently a mistake because the box insert is
defeats the
yeah
entire purpose of
yeah.
storage.
You can fit it with sleeves. You cannot fit it with sleeves. You can't even fit everything without it bulging without sleeves.
Yep.
Because all these like map tokens are supposed to go in the little tuck boxes, and there are some that there are just too many tokens, and it
kind of reference. This is what it doesn't show it. These little boxes, I don't have one out either. They're supposed to hold all your tokens and your cards, not sleeved. And even when they're not sleeved. Oh, sleeved.
There's
They
they had said in the campaign it was going to fit sleeved stuff. It absolutely does not.
It does not. And then you got to put the tokens in there still yet too.
Yeah.
And
a sleeved card fits in the box, but not you're not doing all of it. Sorry, anyway.
Okay. So I killed the guy. It's your turn 3. Effect.
Yep. So my turn 3, I've got this big old clobber hit of 2 damage that ignores shields in the first or second slot.
Nice. Guess what?
So I will smack that Dark Kazi.
Hits him for 2. Guess how much health he has?
I hope it's 2.
It's 2.
Yes.
Look at that. We didn't even take a damage.
Whew. Hot diggity dog. And
we get a cell out of that.
Another cell. That's 5. You could swap those out for the big old 5.
I'm gonna, because we can. There we go, the big old 5 that does have the 5 printed on it. Magic says so many cells on your Excel sheet.
That's right. Seth has an idea for a way he could help us in our next run.
Okay.
I'm interested in ideas. All right, we have defeated. So we discard our active cards and draw up new, and then we're back to the map.
Draw 1. I got to shuffle. Nope. I still have to shuffle. I got one there. I got to draw one more. Okay. There's that.
Okay.
To the map. All right.
So, new icon that we're seeing
this one
in the hallway.
Here.
Yep. So that is a hand check, not a deck check.
Mm-hmm.
The question mark that's like on the right side is the deck check. But the hallway, the hallway that we are on is a hand check. It's saying that the first player could discard a card with that matching symbol in order to move down that hallway.
Ooh.
If you cannot do that or choose not to, you have to go a different way.
So what we have to contemplate here is we have 4 teeth. Right. That's what we're going to go down there to spend. Or no.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, it's whatever you dropped. That might be worth. Can I announce if I have it?
Yes, you would have to discard the card from your hand, and then you'll redraw.
Like, is it public to say yes, I have it? Should we do it?
Yes.
Okay. I do have it. But it's a nice attack card.
Yeah. I mean, we could potentially get
a better attack
heals from the thing, and then it would bypass a fight, and then we would go directly to a treasure.
Now that you put it that way.
Yeah.
I have that card. I will discard it.
Okay.
So I discard my card. It has the plus symbol in the top left. That unlocks this path.
Let's just go down
to B2. To the shop. Or they're all B2, but okay. Oh, I didn't flip it over for everybody. Our opportunity here, it says we can do this 2 times for 1 tooth heal of health. We can do it twice. I only need it once.
I have taken 2 damage.
Okay. So you do 1, I do 1?
Yeah, that seems good.
Okay. 2 teeth. Remove 1 health from me, 1 health from you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That stays over. Let's move on.
Okay.
B2. Player 1 switches. You are now player 1. And now player 1 gains a, what are those called? Those are called survival scroll.
Survival scroll. Okay. So I'll go down here. My character is a little unique with the survival scroll. If we haven't figured out by now, the whole thing for this character is getting shields. So when I increase my survival, for everybody else, it increases their health. For me, it lowers my max health for this first one.
Right.
Yep. But at round 0, so at the very start of the fight, before anybody does anything, I get a shield.
Always start with the shield.
So I effectively have that health still, but
Right.
it's that's
Yeah.
sort of the trade-off. It's mainly because I can get more health than everybody else,
That's true.
and if my tactics is up, then I can gain even more shields. So
Sure. A true
that's
tank.
where that's
Back to the skill check. Do I draw a card back up to 3?
yes, you do.
Grab that. Okay.
Now we're back up at the map.
Over to the map. Now we got an option. So we can card check going down, card check going right. So the right one's the tactic. The bottom path would be survival, or top right is a new symbol. That's the toxic symbol. When a group passes through a corridor with this icon, the first player must perform a deck check revealing one of the symbols. If not, they fail and take a damage.
So that's not ideal for us to do in the immediate.
Correct.
But I do not have a survival card to discard. I do have, that is tactics, right?
Yes.
In that middle one. I do have a tactics card
Okay.
that I can discard to let us go toward the treasure.
I do as well. Is it open is it open to
It is first player.
Ooh, it's you.
Yep.
I like my card.
Yep. So I'm discarding my tactics card for us to go get that treasure.
Let's get this treasure. Ooh, a blueprint or another tactics or survival.
Ooh.
Sorry, survival.
Ooh.
That gets you your health back, right?
It does get me my health back. I think, unfortunately, even though the blueprints in this place are even better than the last place, and we still haven't gotten any last place, I think I have to take the survival skill to give me that health back, because my 0 round shield won't help if I take damage from the radiation or from the poison in the next hallway, because we're forced to go through that. And if I flip the top card and it doesn't have a symbol, I take a damage. If I don't have that extra health,
Gotcha.
I
That's
die.
what you're saying. Yep. Okay.
So
Tactics.
Unfortunate, but yep. Okay, so now I have taken the survival scroll and gained my 1 health back to my normal starting. And now we are going through, so I'm going to discard my card here. It does have a brutality symbol, so we do not take damage.
Perfect. But we still move
Huzzah.
that way.
Yep. We move along that path.
Here we go. Flipping. And we got 3 enemies.
Now we die.
Now we die. And two teeth to loot. All right, let's flip them over here. 1. Disgusting worm. 2. Shield bearer. Oh boy. 3. Shield bearer. Lots of shields.
Okay.
You
So
are
it looks
player
like
1.
I also need lots of shields, huh?
Yeah.
So both of these
2 will hit you.
The shield bearers hit player 1?
Yep. And then this one,
he's gonna poison
he
somebody.
poisons and hits 1 target twice.
Oof. He has 3 health, right?
Yep. 3, 2, 2.
All right. So I basically need to be able to withstand the attacks from
when the worm dies, he does damage.
Yeah. But getting poisoned would wreck our day.
If he were to die in round 2, does my shield block that damage?
It does.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a good shout. Okay, so I'm going to attack in round 2 and attack in round 2.
I'm not worried about the teeth here, so I'm gonna. I can mark in round 2.
You do go after me
Yes.
because I'm first player. And that's a little less ideal.
But if your second turn is an attack in the first position. Ugh. Okay. It's in the cards. I only get to play one. And if that's the case, how do we do that one? Not that I should take your reaction on marked. According to the rules, I'm not supposed to. But I think
No.
we're going to play that one instead.
Okay. All right, so I have when we start off round 0, I get a shield, which is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Round 1, I get a shield, and then I trigger my skill, which is gaining a shield.
Lots of shields.
Now we're getting somewhere. That's it for round 1. My round 2 is hitting the first position and hitting either first or second position. So I'll be dealing out 2 damage to close range on round 2.
Okay. My first round is my utility, which is gaining the 2.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Enemy's turn. The disgusting worm is going to hit one target twice. I'm assuming you.
Yes. I will take both of those.
Okay.
Probably I'll end up taking a damage from the other guys, but I'll still be alive.
Then shield bearer goes, gains a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Second shield bearer goes, he gains a shield, and the person behind him would gain a shield. There's no one.
Yep.
Okay. And the turn effect, poison, nothing. They would move down, nothing. Okay, round 2.
I put both my 2 damage onto the disgusting worm.
Okay. And then your second card, or is that both?
That's both.
Okay. And then I will do 1 damage. I'm going to hit the worm as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. On his death effect, he does do 1 damage. You want me to take it?
It's round 2.
I don't take it because of shield.
Yeah.
And then we also gain a tooth. And we also gain a cell.
Yes.
Why did I put all the cells away? Assumed we were dead.
Yep.
Yep. And then that was your go.
That's it for the rest of our turn.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Round 2, they go.
Yep.
He's going to put a shield on his buddy in front of him. There's no one in front of him. He's going to put a shield on himself. Lots of shields here. And then one on his buddy behind him. That's that. And then this guy, his round 2 effect is going to gain shields.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
End of the turn. No poison.
Guess who we're not killing?
They move up. Round 3.
Nothing from me.
Same here.
Okay.
Okay. The enemies go. They're going to hit you for 1.
I have 1 shield left.
Okay.
I block that.
This one's also going to hit you for 1.
I take that damage.
Oof.
I
Okay.
have one hit point left.
End turn. If anybody was poisoned, they'd take a damage. Anybody was bleeding, they would die. Any round 4 effects, there are none. That is the game.
We made it through.
Yay! These guys go away. Out of here. These guys
Shuffle and draw.
discarded. Need one card. We go to the map. We're getting so
Okay.
far.
Mm-hmm.
B2, here we go. You don't know what
And-
this symbol is. It's bad.
Elite.
Bring it over. Let's bring it over. Here we go. I am now player 1.
Thank God.
We get our first elite,
Yep.
and it is the kamikaze. Oh no. He goes in the front, and then we get a regular.
Mm-hmm.
He goes in the second position. And then our loot is a tactic scroll. Tactics scroll.
How much health does that kamikaze have?
3.
3. Hmm.
Chris says this is such an interesting way to do battle. Yeah.
Mhm.
These teeth go away. I didn't remove them. Okay.
Yep.
It's so unique that I feel like it goes quick, and I'm like already discarded my cards. I'm like, oh, keep them out. 3
Yep.
rounds. Yeah.
All right.
Wow. So he hits 2 different targets one time, then does it again. Then he just dies.
Yeah. Not great.
Not ideal.
Um.
I can block that damage.
Yep. And I'll start off with a shield because of my round 0 thing. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be
this
okay.
doesn't-
I'm going to loot in round 3.
Okay.
And I am going to attack in round 2.
I'm player 1.
Oh crap. All right, never mind. You will take your actions. Then I will.
I am going to mark in round 2. Marked. What is it?
Okay.
Marked in round 2. And then I will. Do I want to loot? Do you want to loot? Your tactics. What does your tactic give you on the second level up?
I can, when doing a skill, I can gain a gold shield.
Oh, it
Which
goes in
can
the
be
bag
used-
anyways. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But then.
And
afterwards.
mine says if I use my utility, I could spend a tooth to do damage to anybody.
So you don't have to spend skill for that. Skill is just to gain a tooth. Once you have the next thing
Oh, I see what you're saying.
unlocked, then you can take your round 3 action or your round 3 action or spend a tooth to do damage.
Round 3. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark second. I will loot round 3. That's
That
okay.
sounds wonderful. I will attack in round 2.
Okay. Flip. All right. Starting with me because I'm player 1. I'm gonna attack.
Actually, I have a 0 round action,
Oh, that's
so
right.
I will gain a shield.
Round 1. I will attack. I think I hit the kamikaze. I mark second round in hopes that you're hitting round 2. I think that's what you said.
I am hitting round 2 for 1. So I'll be gaining a shield on the first round and then hitting for 1 the person in the front slot
Perfect.
for 1.
I'm gonna use my damage against the kamikaze.
Okay.
And then I do nothing on this card. So that's your go.
All right. My card, just for real quick, is skill on 1 and then attack first position on turn 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the skill to get a shield as opposed to using the bow to hit the zombie.
All right.
Actually, hang on.
See
on.
something.
Yep. If I have 1 shield, I can take the hit from the zombie, and I would do 1 damage to the zombie. Then if you mark
'Cause
and
I'm gonna
attack-
mark here.
Oh yeah, I will use the bow instead of the shield, and I will hit the zombie for 1.
Okay. Zombie takes the damage,
Yep,
and that's your go.
that's my go. Good stuff. Good
Enemy,
stuff.
enemy goes. Kamikaze does nothing on turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie's gonna hit for 1. You
I have a shield. I will block.
You will block. End of turn. No one's poisoned. Nobody moves. Round 2.
Okay.
I will mark this guy because then I will hit him.
I can only reach the guy in the front,
Okay.
so if you
Okay.
can hit that zombie
Save
instead,
this guy, and he's dead.
nice.
We don't gain anything from him because he's a loser.
Yep.
Okay.
But we also don't take extra damage, so
That's true.
that's a win.
And that's my go.
Okay. My round 2, I hit the person in the first position for 1 damage.
1 damage. He's marked, so he takes another damage. Guess what?
He gone.
0 health left. Gone.
And what's his reward there?
Gain a survival scroll.
Nice. That goes right into our bag. Even though the enemies are dead, the combat still has to finish
Yeah, it
out.
does. Guess what? We decided to loot. All right,
Okay.
end of turn effect. No one moves. They're all dead. Round 3. I do nothing here. I'm going to loot the tactic scroll. What's your round 3? You got anything?
No, I got nothing.
Okay. Let's end the combat.
Yep.
That was fun.
That was good.
Why can't we do
That was
that
real
more
good.
often?
I know, right? Oh, okay.
Those are just
So now we get these scrolls.
Okay, so let's go. Your player board. Let's see. Let me see what I do with these here. So on my survival, I just gain 1 health, which
Yep.
we know is pretty valuable.
Mhm.
My tactic scroll, we kind of reviewed it already, would allow me on turn 3 to huck a tooth at an enemy for damage, but it can be any slot.
Yep.
But round 3, we were kind of thinking, meh.
Yeah. And then for mine, I get 2 damage. If I do a survival scroll again, I will get 2 more health,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty good. And then my tactics, I could get a gold shield on my skill triggers.
Gold shield says gain 1 golden shield token, discard to block 1 damage or a status. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you block it from gaining it, or do you block like the damage?
You block from gaining it.
Okay.
So if somebody's like, "Hey, you get poisoned," like,
Nope.
nah, no,
Today.
not today.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't want to be like, "Give me all the stuff."
Well, I'm like, the health token seems cool, but you're almost dead.
Yeah.
And I'm not too worried about round 3 effects right like off the top of my head, but who knows? I mean, we have 4, but we're also probably gonna spend it here.
Yeah.
So I am okay with you taking both.
Okay.
I will allow it.
All right.
Look at that tank.
Yeah. We're ready to eat some damage. The first trigger on brutality
Mhm.
says can take damage instead of first player.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Okay. Guess what?
I gotta set up.
Sort of. So first we go to the enter biome.
Enter biome. Ah, this guy.
Yep. So just like before, we get 1 top card from the equipment deck available for purchase.
Yeah, the rapier.
Okay.
Quick question: what is the last position for it? Enemies can spawn behind us, and it kind of gives them first turn initiative because you always go left or right. I don't, as far as I know, I don't think they can jump over But
Not unless they have a specific effect.
okay.
So far, it has only been specifically if it shows that icon, they go in the front.
Yeah. So they would start here and they would go first before we do, followed by this. And they don't move at the end of turn effect, they don't move past that. They would always stop in front of you.
Yep.
And we can still target this with cards. I think every one of mine actually can hit that spot. But anyways, yeah, it's just kind of like a first priority, first initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got the rapier on turn 3. 1 damage. It does 1 damage twice if whole is in combat.
So, a cool thing about this game is them not telling you things in the rules.
So we don't know what a hole is.
Yeah, so one of the like biggest questions that I was seeing out there was about this card, because this was like oftentimes people's first item that they got. They're like, what is this hole for? In the ramparts area, there is another token that goes on the back end of the board in that empty spot. This is a wall/hole token.
Interesting.
That this is where it's mentioned in the book.
That's what that token
And
is. Okay.
there will be specific encounters, I guess, that
Does that
tell you to put that there.
Does that
That's
go on
what's
the
in
spot?
that. Yep.
So like the game, you would back them into the wall and it would cause additional damage because you're hitting them against the wall. I see. But why call it a hole? That's weird.
Because one side is a wall of that token, the other side is a hole, so it's like a drop off. So it's like you're knocking them off the edge.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense why they would put this item in the starter deck and not like in the ramparts where it would actually have
I see what you're saying.
the relevant thing. So cool.
Thanks.
We won't be encountering a hole anytime soon.
And then let me set this down because we are going to grab the bottom blueprint for the sake of grabbing the bottom blueprint. And that is the Swift Sword. What did I do with the other one? Because that goes always in discard.
Yep. We didn't purchase the other one. We have gained no blueprints so far.
All right. So we have 4 teeth. I have full health. We can heal 1 if you want.
So if I heal 1, then
that exnasis.
Yes.
Turn 2, we should probably read what it does. Swift Sword. On turn 2, it does a damage. It does 2 damage to 1 target if player 1.
So if you're player 1, it hits for 2.
Turn 2 is pretty good.
Yeah. So downside about purchasing blueprints. Yes, it will be unlocked for all future runs and everything. But when you purchase a blueprint, it goes on top of the treasure pile. You don't get that item immediately. It'll be the next item that you get. So even though that would be a great item to use in this upcoming fight, that would be much better than my beginner bow. That will not help in the immediate.
Okay. So are you more enticed to heal?
I think given our current state and like level of all of our stuff and everything, it will be fairly unlikely that we will defeat the boss. Even with that 1 heal.
So
I would be more inclined to say unlock a cool item that you can then see in future runs.
Yep. So that unlocks. That goes on the top at the cost of 4.
Top of the treasure deck.
And that stays in that treasure deck forever.
Yep.
Until we reset the game.
Yep.
Rapier will go into discard. And that is that.
Okay. So, Moving to the concierge, we now have that's going to be a separate one of these player aids. And then the concierge box. We don't need a map, but we will need that top board so we can maintain on this view here, because we will still have a deck for the cards and discard and a blueprint deck.
Gotcha. Okay, concierge. Moose, entertain the crowd. All right, toxic sewers goes away. Just gonna put them all in there. It's fine. Well, should only be one elite. Right there.
Yeah, this game is real fun. It was definitely frustrating on kind of the initial learning stuff for it, because then most of the how to play videos are from the prototype a year ago. Fun, unique thing about this boss fight. There are those fire strikes in play. You can see in the upper left where would be health, there is no health. It is a loot icon. In order to get rid of a fire strike, you have to take a loot action, and then you can eliminate one of the fire strikes. So that's kind of cool. These cards also have immunities in this. So there are various status effects that cannot affect that person, like targeted on the concierge.
Okay.
That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it is.
So he can't be targeted, bled, or burned because he's like using fire and stuff. Burn we haven't encountered yet. If you get one burn token, nothing happens. If you get a second burn token, you immediately die.
Yeah.
Not super great. So that's why the boss is immune to that. Similarly, with bleed, at the end of round 3, you die. Boss isn't going to be able to have that happen.
Yeah.
Boss is susceptible to poison, which is cool, but not marked. There's also no mention in the rules about stack limit. So there is an example of having 2 poison tokens to then take 2 damage at the end of each round, which is cool. But that's kind of where we are at. So the concierge has 7 health, and then the fire strikes are just a lootable thing. The concierge and that second fire strike also have a card symbol. When that resolves, we will draw the top card of the concierge deck and resolve its effects.
Okay.
This is also not a one cycle fight. So after we go through round 3 and potentially round 4, if there are any of those effects, our cards will discard, first player token will pass, and then we will do a new round. In that new round, though, we will start at 1, not 0. So even though I get this shield at turn 0, it's only going to happen the one time at the beginning.
Okay.
Until we defeat him, and then, but we'll get to there. I talked a little bit about that while you were gone, Blunder, that there's a really dumb thing in boss fights that the rules are not good on that I don't know the right answer to.
Okay.
So
All
we'll
right.
experience that in 7 hits.
Yeah. So if we're ready on player 1.
Yep.
I am going to. So if you loot these, they go away.
Correct.
And is there potential of them coming back?
There's potential.
I will.
So you'll notice that the first one, when that is looted, you get burned.
Yes. But my shield will block that damage.
Burn does not do damage.
Sorry, the stamina.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, yep.
I'm more intrigued to get this one out of here with that drawing the card.
Mhm.
So in that case, I'm going to loot round 3.
Okay.
And poison round 2.
Ooh, nice. All right, then. Mm. Need that. Oh well. All right, I will. Oh yeah, this is fine. Sure. All right, I will. It's probably not what I want to do. I will loot round 1.
Okay. All right. We'll flip and here we go.
So round 0, I gain a shield.
Yep. And for my round 1, I do absolutely nothing.
Well, the first fire takes its turn.
Oh, that's
before
right.
us.
It's the first one.
Yep.
It does nothing.
Mm.
Now it's our turn. I do nothing.
Okay.
How about you?
My card, I have a loot turn 1 and then my skill. So my idea here is I'll loot the fire in front of us, and then on the second round I can do skill and get the gold shield. And then when you loot the fire behind us, I can block that fire token.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're gonna loot.
So I will
this one.
Yep.
It's gone.
That gives us a tooth. Yeah, they can just go in the discard or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it for us, right?
That's it for round 1 for us. Yep.
And then his round 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna draw a card.
Correct.
Oh, stab. He's gonna hit someone and ignore shields, suffer 1 unblockable damage.
What a
Jerk.
jerk. That should still
I can take
probably
it.
be me.
Mhm.
We have the same amount of health left right now. So I think I will take this one.
Yep.
Because I can block future ones.
All right.
Okay.
At the end of the turn, anybody poison takes damage, they move down.
Okay.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Fire is gonna hit someone
In round 2.
in round 2. I'd take that.
With your shield. Good idea.
I have a shield. Oh, you're gonna block the fire. That's right.
You have your old wooden
Oh, it's
shield.
Right. Duh. Old reliable. Yeah, and we don't
Yep.
take any damage. Okay, then it's our turn.
Mhm.
On my round 2, I will do a damage. I'm gonna hit this guy.
Yep.
And then this round 2, I'm going to poison.
Okay. My round 2, I gain a gold shield
Nice.
because I have increased that tactics
All right.
level.
We went. Now it's his turn. He's gonna do a damage.
I will take the damage with my regular shield.
Okay. That's the end of the turn. He is poisoned, so he will take 1 damage. And
Okay.
that's it.
Round 3.
Round 3. The fire does nothing.
Mhm.
It is our turn. On my turn, I loot. I will loot that fire
Okay.
in exchange for you to use your golden shield, right?
Yep.
To stop that fight.
Because the that death trigger of fire is put it on somebody. It's not doesn't have to be the person that looted it. So we can choose me, and then I can block the state with my golden shield.
Perfect. Okay. Then it's our turn. Or it's still our turn, sorry.
Yep.
I'm going to hit the boss for 1.
Okay. All right. I do nothing on round 3.
Nothing round 3. Okay.
His turn round 3.
He takes a damage from poison.
What does he
Oh,
do
sorry,
on round
he's
3?
got to do first. If there are 3 or 4 players, draw a card. There's not.
There's not.
Only 2.
So he doesn't do anything round 3.
Yep.
Neat.
Okay, end of the turn. He's poisoned. He'll take a damage.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not bleeding. Boss could bleed and die, but he's immune to bleed. Right. And no turn 4.
Okay. So now our cards get discarded. We draw back up. And first player passes to me.
On you.
Okay. So I'll be playing 2 cards. And we're just...
He flips on death. His health tokens reset.
Okay. So...
Did I encounter the part? Is that in the rulebook?
I'm going to read... All right. So we know that when an enemy is defeated, this is like the most confusing thing here. Okay. Killing a monster says when you've killed a monster, immediately take its death bonus, which is all the items indicated in the death space at the bottom of the monster card. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once this is done, remove the card from combat board. Okay. If all monsters have been killed, combat's not over because things that can still happen. Okay, sure. Boss death. When you have killed the boss, damage tokens on their card equal to their health. Remove all states from the boss, so he'll lose his poison, and flip the boss card over, revealing the new instance of the boss. That's the Angry Concierge. Okay. This is considered a new combat, so you must also remove all states from the Beheaded in combat. You will also play round 0 again. Once you've defeated all the instances of the boss, you've won. So, my question is, since that death effect happens immediately that you flip the card, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, do we still continue the round to the end? And then at the start of the next round, it's a new thing where we get the round 0 bonus? Or does the round just immediately end and then we start a new round, but then do we use the same cards for that round because we haven't resolved everything on those cards yet?
Sure.
Or did those get discarded and then we get new? I can't find anything online about this at all yet.
Grizz says it says new battle happens, correct, when flipped.
This is considered a new combat.
So in my eyes, you would it sounds like you would reset your cards.
So you must also remove all states from the Beheaded in combat. You will play round 0 again. So if we kill him in round 1, but we wanted to do a thing in round 3, just too bad?
Yeah,
even though
lose the effect.
combat always finishes the round, even if somebody's dead? I hate it so much.
In my eyes, it sounds like you would just discard your cards. You lose your whatever turn effect.
Okay. We can go for that.
But I hear what you're saying.
When I watched the playthrough from a year ago with the prototype, they had just continued the round. Like, they defeated him in round 2. He flipped over. And then on his activation, he did his round 2 activation.
Oh, I see. So they continued from round 2.
From that same thing. But the thing specifically calls out that it's a new thing and you get your turn 0 effects.
So everybody should reset.
That feels like you shouldn't start in or continue in that thing.
Right. Interesting. I think you start fresh. I don't know.
Okay. So all right, so here it is. We've gone through our actions, we've hit him, it initiates a cutscene.
Yep.
And that resets everybody's position.
I hit him for 3 damage. These cards go in my discard. We flip. I draw to 3 because it's a new combat. And then we just start over.
Okay. Sounds good. As long as we're on the same page as to what we do.
Yeah.
Because it's not a great rule book. Okay. Then I'm doing two things here.
Yeah, so we did his thing. It's back on us. Player 1 token changed. So now we're back to
Yep. So I will I'm going to shield in round 1 and attack in round 1.
I will attack in round 3.
What's up, Mud Turtle? Welcome.
There he is.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. I have a shield, so I will gain a shield, and then I will do 1 damage to the concierge.
1 damage. He is now up to 5 damage.
Okay. Your round.
I did not calculate that at all. I'm not doing anything for 2 rounds.
Okay.
Okay. You did your stuff.
So
I did my stuff. He's going to do his thing.
Yep.
Round 1, he draws a card.
Okay.
Oh.
So that goes behind him.
What goes behind him? That's right. There's no
Yep.
thing. And then does that get its turn?
Here's a sucky thing.
Okay.
The boss was resolving his action, and that put another dude in, and we go from left to right. So now that guy gets his first action.
Yep. The good news is though, is if it says if there's 3 or 4 players, you would get a burn.
Okay.
So in this case, we're good.
I'm glad. All right.
That's the end of the round. At the end of turn effect, he takes a damage from poison. He is now up to 6.
Mm-hmm.
And we go to round 2.
Okay. I hit him for 1.
You hit him for 1. Guess what? We flip.
That's his full. Yep.
That comes off. That comes off. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, since you have the loot in round 3, if we could stall it by not attacking.
No,
but
you're looking at the wrong card. This one.
Oh,
I
you're
attack
right.
in round
You're
2.
right. Okay. Yep. All good then.
Flip this.
Okay. So he flips, and our cards go away.
Yes.
It didn't technically end the round, so I would imagine first player does not change.
Starts a new combat.
Starts a new combat, but not a new turn in the combat.
So then you would just go again?
Well, I think it's on the concierge board, or that player aid sheet there that you have out somewhere. I think it says on there about first player passing. Or maybe it's in here.
It just says give the first player token to a player of your choice.
A turn. Okay. Boss combats take place over a number of turns. A turn is all combat rounds from 1 to 4. Round 0 is only played at the beginning of combat and at the beginning of each new instance of the boss. Once you reach into round 3 or 4, begin a new turn by drawing your hand back, giving the first player token to the following player in turn order, and then play the cards face down. Beginning combat at the beginning of each new instance of the boss. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of our last combat, we didn't change players. We only changed players at the end of the round. Right? We didn't go into the concierge switching players. Like if it's a new combat.
That's only for the boss that you switch every set. Otherwise, for the rest of the run, it's just when that symbol is on the things.
Okay. So it's new combat. We're gonna say that we reset rounds.
Yep.
We discard
So
cards.
we do, since we do the draw and then pass, we do pass the first player token.
Yes.
Okay.
Draw up to 3.
You are now first player.
Pass. And we'll go. Interesting.
It's something.
Yeah. I am going to loot round 1
Okay.
and target round 2. Oh, he's immune to
He is
target.
immune to target.
I will then it doesn't matter. I'm gonna it doesn't matter. I'm gonna what's his victory? It is 3 cells.
3 cells and a blueprint. And the first time you defeat him, you get the exploration rune, and you get the bottom card from the deck of secrets.
Ooh, it's over there. It's
Ooh.
eyeballing me this whole time.
Yep.
Okay, we'll just do this one. So then I will damage round 2.
Okay. I will shield on round 1.
Okay.
It's turn 0 again.
0.
So I gain a shield.
I will take my turn for resetting round 1.
Yep.
I'm going to loot the fire.
Loot that fire.
Upon death, gain a cell.
Yeah, we do.
And then my second round, I'm using my utility skill for a tooth.
Yay.
Yay, tooth.
My
Chris
round
says,
1 action.
Ooh, secret.
Mm-hmm.
I spoiled
My
it.
round 1
Oh,
action is gain a shield.
I spoiled it because I sleeved them the wrong side up.
Oh no.
So I've seen some of them. I'm like, whatever, I'll forget by tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. It's his turn.
Yep.
So round 1, he's gonna do a damage. You want to use your shield?
I can use a shield.
Beautiful. And then he's gonna draw a card. Oh, leap. What is that? Remove shields.
It says it underneath.
All beheaded discard all their shield. Draw a new card. Oh, it surges.
Yep. What? Croc.
Another fire. That one will attack round 2, and it targets player 1 with burn.
Mm-hmm.
That fire goes because it now landed behind the boss and it does nothing.
Yep.
And then we're good.
Okay.
No end to turn effects, so then it falls back on us again.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2, I will gain another tooth. You're welcome.
Yay.
And then my round 2, I can attack. I will attack the boss for 1.
Okay. My round 2, I also hit the boss for 1.
Okay. There we go. Then it's their turn. Boss is going to
We're
attack.
4th of the way there.
Boss is going to attack. You have no shields, right?
I have no shields.
Okay. Maybe I'll just.
Good thing you have a wooden shield.
I have a wooden shield that'll block 1. But then we draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another fire.
Great.
That's it there. Round 2 of the fire is going to take a damage. You want me to take it? Or deal damage?
Yes.
And then the new fire we just drew is going to draw a concierge card.
Mm-hmm.
Force field. Shield plus shield times fire strike. Concierge gains 1 shield plus 1 shield per fire.
Ouch.
I need my poison card.
Yep.
That ends that card. And the turn effects, nothing happens. Round 3. I do nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Same.
Oh. All right. Boss goes. He's gonna hit everybody for 1.
Okay. I have 1 health left.
Okay, me too.
Okay.
Second fire is going to burn you.
You
Oh.
are first player.
It's gonna burn you. Tried to pass that off. What's a burn token look like?
Fire.
Got him.
It's orange.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're burned. And then last fire doesn't do anything. And the turn effects, nothing happened. Back to round 1.
Okay.
Discard cards.
First player goes to me.
Goes to you. Good luck.
I don't have any shield. So yep.
There's my poison. We can throw that poison turn 2. Actually, yeah. Shields are rough.
Yep.
Do it. No, let's not jump the gun here.
I'm gonna loot turn 3 and
What's the goal on, like, if it's full?
attack turn 3.
Well, you just get burned if you can't play the next fire strike.
Mm-hmm.
That changes things because I kind of want to clear that board.
If you can.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I will. I will loot turn 3 as well.
Yeah, I don't think it matters because we both have 1 hit point left, and I can't shield the thing.
Okay.
Did not draw a shield.
Let's flip. I do nothing. Turn 1.
I can shoot a fire for 0 damage on turn 1.
Okay. That's it, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Well, okay. So technically, we finish out the round.
Yep. So.
If you.
I'll take the damage.
Okay.
I'm dead, technically.
So you have now died.
He's gonna draw a card.
Mm.
Shout. Ooh, what's that symbol? A player must discard their active card. Wow, that just ends my turn, huh?
Is that?
That's for player
does
1.
that
That's
have
for you.
That is the crown on it. Okay.
First player
Neat.
discards their active combat card.
All right. I discarded one of my cards.
Second flame's gonna do a damage. Well,
it's turn 1.
or it's turn 1. We skipped fire strike. All in all.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Round 2.
Round 2, I do damage to the guy to take off a shield.
A shield. I too
Yay.
will take off a shield.
You don't have any more effects because you are dead.
That's true. I tried. Okay. He's gonna do a damage. He's looking for any way out. Can you take a damage?
No.
Okay, we're dead. Yikes. That's the whole point, though.
Yep. I'm kind of impressed we made it even that far into that fight without anything being unlocked from our first run.
Okay, we die.
Yep.
So we lose the teeth.
Yep.
But we keep the
teeth are gone. Basically, everything can be. Well, actually, leave the.
It was 3 teeth.
Don't put concierge stuff away yet.
Yep.
The teeth can go, and like our items can go back in the deck. There's, I don't remember when it is, but one of the cards at some point says take the bottom blueprint of the place you were just where you died at. So that's the only reason why I would say don't put the concierge completely away. I don't think you're going to hit that card, but maybe.
Yep.
So in the meanwhile, those other decks can all come out,
Yes.
maybe onto the board.
Pull these out here. Okay. Shield can go away. That's gone. Your
Yep.
bow goes away.
Yep.
So we got the brutality deck, we have the tactics deck, and the survival deck all coming out in order. Should I wait on FOMO on eBay prices? I would wait because it seems like a lot of Kickstarters nowadays are doing like second prints, and you could potentially get yourself a better rule book. In that sense,
I know some people also are like so upset about the storage solution for the game that some people are not wanting to even keep the game because of that.
Oh, I'm not that. No, I'm not that.
Yeah,
I am. It is kind of weird
that
though.
That feels a little extreme. I'm also unhappy with the storage solution, mainly because of lies, but whatever. So yeah, I'd say give it a little bit of time. There may be some shops, like local shops, that got copies also. I know one of the shops near me will do Kickstarters at like the retail pledge and then have some for their shelves. So that could be a thing to look into too.
I think I don't know the names, but I think there are websites too where people kind of take an example of the retail pledge, but then they sell you the pledge. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They'll Kickstarter it and then they'll offer you like X dollar to buy the right for that pledge or something. I don't know. It's weird. I wouldn't personally do it, but I would just wait. I think they'll do a second print. It did well, so I think they might release it again. But anyways.
All right. So we have 7 cells to spend. And each of these decks, it costs 2 cells to take the bottom card.
Okay.
And then we resolve that bottom card. So what do you want? This is all you for decision for this.
The cards on here, because I did look at them when I was sleeving, but I don't remember what they do. Are they for the mutation board, or what are they?
Some of the things are go on the mutation board to be like permanent effects for future runs. Mm-hmm. Some of them are new cards that you can add to a deck.
Gotcha. So I can take in consideration that I do poison, I do 0 ranged attack. I don't know what they do, so I guess we just we like to do damage, so brutality seems good. But that's not necessarily that's what that means. Grizz says be brutal. Okay, we'll do our first one on brutal.
Okay. We do have 7, so like we could do 1 from each set.
Sure. We'll see what Grizz says. It's up to him.
All right.
All right, so we're going to spend 2 on the first card of brutality.
Okay.
We take the bottom one. Hopefully I got them in the right order.
Bottom card.
Bottom card. And we resolve it.
Yep. It should say 1 on the bottom right. On that side.
It does.
Okay, you're good.
Equipment. Level 1. Draw the top card of the equipment deck. Equipped or beheaded with it. Place this card on the start of game section of the mutation board. Don't mind if I do. So we start with loot.
So now we permanently will, anytime you play the game, you will now at the start of the run draw an equipment card.
So if you see what I'm doing, here's our mutation board. Oh no. It's gonna get worse over time. That goes in here. Got a nice little sleeve spot for it, and that's gonna stay there for a really long time.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna start looking for a 3D print of this. I'm already ripping it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. We have 5 left. Grizz, what do you think? Now, I do know that once you get to a certain extent, this gets more expensive. I do know that.
Sure.
So I'd imagine you buy it flip it over, and then it costs, I don't know, we'll come across it. Grizz, I'm leaving it up to you. He says, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I think I know what the first cards are in each of the things.
He went brutal. Yeah, I know you do. Okay. He says all about tactics. Let's go tactics 2.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's probably another start of game. You can try guy number 1 there. Oh, ooh, it's not. Treasure. Place 2 teeth in the group's bag. So you start with 2 teeth. I mean, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as a poison. I mean, that's 2 damage. Why did I unfold this? So I'm just going to make it worse. Okay. We got that out of the way. Put that in slot B. Yeah, someone's going to have to make me a 3D print. I don't care what color it is. But it's just over here. Okay. Grizz, we got 3 left, so you can buy 1 more, or you could dump them in the well. I don't maybe advise doing the well, but
Not for 3 worth at least.
Yeah.
Maybe the last one.
Yeah. So we got 2 more. We could either unlock a start of assuming start a game survival, or we could do any of the other ones. A pretty theme. Just put some gorilla tape on the back. Yeah, more tactics. All right. No, it's weird because like it's the top layer that's coming off, and it did it on one of my hero boards too. Like this is where the graphic meets the cutoff, and it started to peel up right on the discard.
Oh no.
Okay, more tactics. 2 in the tactics. Next bottom. Here we go. Make sure it's number 2. Number 2. Upgrade deck. When this card is revealed, take the next 2 beheaded cards. Choose which beheaded to give them to. They're immediately added to their combat decks. So that is where.
So it's the next 2
it's the
cards
next 2.
in that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
in that deck.
1, 2. Choose which beheaded to give them to. We have strike.
So yeah.
And we have distraction. Strike does a utility, so if we think poison, he's going to gain a tooth. On his round 2, he's going to do damage, which ignores shield. Distraction, it will loot turn 1 and then do 2 damage on round 3. This one comes with a survival deck check. So it says,
and reminder that 2 damage on the bottom of that is 1 damage to 2 different enemies.
1 and 1.
Yep.
Choose which beheaded to give them to. They are immediately added to their combat.
So it's kind of funny. That card makes it sound like when you get them, you immediately say, this card's going in this person's deck, it's there forever.
Yes.
The instructions say that is not the case. They say, you have now unlocked these cards, and you can put them in anybody's deck. So when you start a run, what I do is I keep all of those cards separate from my character cards.
Sure.
And then when I am about to start a run, I choose which cards I want to add into my deck for that character.
They get both of them, right?
Any number of cards. There's nothing in the rules about deck limits, deck size.
Okay.
It
so
also
really I can put it in like the beheaded deck, but then if we ever play again, every time I gotta go through these and potentially switch them out to another beheaded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where like if you like the poisoned and you want to keep playing the poison, then you can just keep them with those cards. You'll probably run into some that are like, this doesn't really jive with the rest of what's going on, so I don't want to add this card.
Sure, makes sense.
When you play solo mode and you use the Serenade Sword dude, you can add these cards to that deck as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, because I think I like the poison, but I think I'll probably end up switching winners. Not that we're locked into anything, but I would like to play another game with a different one that I wholeheartedly would like to try. Okay, that leaves us with one, so we will not save it and throw it in the well because you can't save it.
Yep.
Here it's number 2. Yeah. Abandoned well. Plonk. Ouch. Hey, what's going on up there? There's someone down there. Ooh. I know where this is headed. Get it? Headed? Crack myself up. All right, that's
Yep.
it. That's GG's.